Boom!
Oh God, that accident was so terrible. What do I do now?
Well, good thing we have car insurance.
Bodily injury liability provides coverage in case you cause a car accident in which another person is hurt. It covers the damages that you're legally responsible for. For example, medical expenses, legal fees, loss of income, pain and suffering, and funeral costs. So there's two types of bodily injury liability policies. First, your policy will offer a specific amount of coverage, and you decide how to divide that coverage between bodily injury and property damage. Then there's the split policies where there's a limit per person and a limit per accident. So property damage liability is another form of liability auto insurance coverage. So property damage liability insurance covers the cost of damages to someone else's property after an accident occurs. This includes repair and replacement of damaged vehicles, damaged personal property such as fences, house, and lampposts. Unlike bodily insurance, property damage is not split into per person and per accident. Instead, it covers a maximum amount per car accident.
Okay, so another type of insurance is underinsured/uninsured motorist coverage. And what this refers to is, say you get in a car accident and the other driver is at fault and they are either underinsured or uninsured, you will be covered in terms of them with your personal insurance because they don't have the insurance to cover you. Now, in some states like New York and Pennsylvania, this is completely mandatory, while in other states it's optional but recommended at the same time. Now, in terms of this coverage, it's got three different parts. So one is when the other driver obviously has little to no insurance and you will get covered on their behalf. Second is when the other driver is driving a stolen car, so obviously they won't be insured for that. And lastly, it's a hit and run situation where if a driver hits you and just drives away and you won't have any insurance information, that way you can get insured at the same time with this coverage.
Personal injury protection, or PIP insurance, covers injuries sustained by you and your passengers in an accident regardless of who caused the accident. PIP insurance covers medical costs, but also non-medical costs of an accident, including wages lost from work, other work-related losses, funeral costs, and even lawn repair. It's sometimes called no-fault coverage because the laws that enacted are known as no-fault laws. Medical payments coverage is similar to PIP insurance in that it covers medical expenses that result from an accident regardless of who is at fault, but it does not cover non-medical expenses. If you have a good healthcare policy, it is likely that you won't need medical payments coverage or PIP insurance unless you live in a no-fault state. If you live in a state that is a no-fault state, law will require you to purchase either PIP insurance or medical payments coverage. In a no-fault state, the drivers involved do not have to prove whose fault the accident was, and their insurance companies will cover the costs. California is a fault state, which means that in an accident, the other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will pay out damages for medical claims, wage losses, and other expenses based on the degree of fault in the accident, which is determined by the insurance companies. Having PIP or medical payments coverage is not required in California, but may be important to helping you out if a car accident causes you large medical expenses, no matter whose fault the accident was. Paying a higher premium for a more expensive policy or multiple policies is a better idea than paying the minimum, because if the accident costs you more than the maximum amount of your insurance policy, you'll be paying for it all by yourself.
Okay, so unlike our previous types of insurance, collision insurance deals with when you're at fault in an accident and you hit someone. For example, if you're driving along and Amigo's driving the other way, you guys crash, your car damages will be paid for. Or for example, this could relate to, even if you hit a tree, if you hit a fence, if you hit a building, your car's damages will be paid for by collision insurance. Now, lastly, our other type that often goes hand in hand is comprehensive insurance. And this deals with things, that are not related to you causing an accident. For example, theft, vandalism, fire, hail, natural disasters, or even something like your car getting hit by a frisbee and damaging the windows.